I want to tell you guys about a friend whom I will never forget. She's the girl who sits in the corner and likes rice with natto. A small girl with a big heart, and she's on a mission to make friends with everyone in her class. Despite suffering from severe social anxiety, she is determined to accomplish her mission. One tiny step at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I want you all to meet my friend. Hitoribocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu tells the story of an awkward girl trying her best to survive the transition to middle school with no friends in a completely unfamiliar environment. We all know what that's like, to be in the completely unfamiliar territory, that arduous process of getting to know people again. Unfortunately for Bocchi, she suffers from severe social anxiety. She vomits when nervous, faints when overwhelmed, thinks up ridiculously convoluted plans just to avoid social contact, and that was just the first episode. So why is she trying so hard to make friends with everyone in her class, you might ask? Around the time they would enter middle school, Bocchi's best friend and only friend growing up, Yawara Kai, she decided to cut Bocchi off and would only be friends again if Bocchi can befriend everyone in her class before their graduation. Now, what most don't tell you about this anime is that this is actually one of those educational anime. Social anxiety or not, watching Bocchi will genuinely teach you how to befriend your classmates without actually making any friends. After her plans fail spectacularly, Bocchi realizes that there was nothing she could do other than to actually go for it. And it all begins by saying hello to the person in front of her. Like a lot of these shows, the end goal is not as important as the friends we made along the way. But in this anime, the goal is the friends we made along the way. The first person Bocchi talked to is Tsunao Nako. She's very straightforward, has an intimidating delinquent look, is very lazy, but secretly is very soft and caring towards Bocchi and her friends, though she does enjoy teasing them sometimes. I absolutely love how sweet she is to Bocchi. She's almost like an older sister, very patient and understanding with her unique friend, and is always there for her whenever the mission becomes too tough for one girl. Then there's Honsho Aru. She is the perfect class president type, you know, those characters. On the outside, she gives off an aura of perfection, but in reality, she's actually a loser. She's not even the class president, she's actually just the vice president. She's so unlucky. Sometimes she would end up in school with a totally wrong uniform, and when she messes up, you can guarantee that Nako will be there to make fun of her. Get you a friend like Nako. Despite this, however, she maintains a bright, positive personality and is someone her friends can depend on whenever they need her the most.
面倒なんだちょっ
Then there's Honsho Mieru, Aru's little sister. Unfortunately, this character is gone. She disappeared into the distant lands, and perhaps it's for the best. Then we have Soto Karakita, a foreigner who came all the way to Japan by herself in order to become a ninja. She spotted Bocchi sneaking around one day and mistook her for a ninja. Ever since then, she's been trying to get Bocchi to train her, which made me realize that maybe I'm not shy and introverted. I was just a ninja in my past lives.
No. Sorry.
Then we have Bocchi herself, a character that embodies introversion and social anxiety so much, her voice actress got too into character and was never seen again. Is there a casting role that shouldn't be? Yes, my anime Liz. Yes, there is. Bocchi isn't just shy, she's socially terrified. Just saying her own name out loud is a struggle for her. One thing I do love about this show is how well it captures the mind of an anxious person. Since most of the anime is from her perspective, we get to hear her inner monologue constantly.
私人見知りなんだあの人も私と同じ人見知りじゃあ話しかけない方がいいかなおはー初対面なのに近いあの人は私と違って人見知りしないじゃあ話しかけない方がいいかな
And because we hear her thoughts and witness the battle she has in her own mind, that is what makes even the smallest progress, like asking her friend to go home together, feel like a genuine triumph. She's an adorable underdog, and we love to root for her. A socially anxious girl, a lazy fake delinquent, an unlucky dork, and a ninja walks into a classroom. 4 characters, each with their own quirks and loneliness. Chaos and hilarity ensues, but also wholesome, heartwarming moments and even heartfelt ones. Each friend Bocchi makes help her to make even more friends, though it's not always smooth sailing. You see, when you're anxious, everything feels high stakes. Every small mistake, every wrong dialogue, you start to assume people are judging you constantly even when they're not. It's one of the honest things that this anime perfectly portrays about social anxiety, especially through Bocchi's inner monologue. A perfect example of this is when Bocchi invited Nako over and goes way overboard trying to be the perfect host. And of course, nothing goes the way she plans. To her, it's a disaster, but to Nako, it's really no big deal. She's not here to grade Bocchi's hosting skills. She's just happy to be there hanging out with her friend. Bocchi is learning. Slowly, awkwardly, little by little, you see Bocchi start to open up more, speak up more, even initiate conversations. Now when we talk about Bocchi, it's hard not to bring up the other one, the pink one. Considering they're both introverted, both anxious, both unintentionally hilarious. But their stories take very different paths. For one, Bocchi the Rock puts the focus more on the music and the band aspect, while Hitoribocchi puts the focus more on the slice of life shenanigans. Neither one is right or wrong, it's just different, see? One of them tries to get along while the other likes to write a song. You can see the difference immediately from the way that they made their first yellow friend. Whereas Bocchi stumbled onto the band by complete chance, Bocchi on the other hand took the initiative to make new friends. But there's no beef between the Bocchis. Both are comedic, relatable, and enjoyable. It's just as the author of Hitoribocchi said, I imagine that if they were in the same world, they could become friends. But let's be honest here, if the two of them were to become friends, who do you think would make the first move? I love this anime. It's a quiet, heartwarming, genuinely comedic love letter to introverts and socially anxious people. The opening and ending music is so catchy to the point where I found myself humming to it even months after finishing the anime. I personally love how the ending gets updated as her friend circle expands. And I also like that the opening is I want to be your friend and the ending is let's go home together. So if you're looking for a soft, wholesome, and somewhat relatable anime that might just feel like a hug from someone who understands, give Hitoribocchi no Marumaru Seikatsu a shot. You may not expect this to be a loud or flashy anime, but somehow it still has its own fair share of epic battles, dramatic confessions, and grand plot twist. No, I'm just kidding. But what it does have is an awkward, silly journey of an anxious girl who tries her best to make friends. And that, at the end of the day, is something worth celebrating.